I just have one more, and I'm gonna let you go about.
Yeah, take your time. What's up?
All right. It's about I think it's in June. Josesito Lopez against Maidana.
Okay.
What I want to say is I was on this other boxing YouTube page or whatever called The Boxing Voice, and they had Josesito on the line, and then after he was done talking, they gave all of them were unanimous. They say they're going for Josesito Lopez in that fight. So I'm thinking he just got stopped by Canelo, and that's the first time he got stopped. I'm thinking psychologically, how's he going to be in that fight? And also, Maidana's a big puncher, and big punchers, it's easy for big punchers to always beat inside fighters. And I just think that Josesito is just a pressure inside fighter, and I don't think he really packs a big punch. And I think against that fight, he might get knocked out even worse. That's just my opinion, but I'm just curious about how they think, these people at the Boxing Voice. I'm just curious what their reasoning for picking Lopez. What do you think about that fight?
You know what? I don't think that. I think that fight's probably a little more neutral than some people think. I could see why conventional logic would take some in the direction of in the opposite direction of Lopez in that fight and go at Maidana. But honestly, see Maidana. He hasn't established himself as a consistent enough fighter for me to give him a consistent nod. Yes, Lopez was stopped, but Lopez is a very game fighter. He has a pretty decent chin. When he got stopped at a weight class above the one he'll probably be fighting at in that one, I'm sure. So it's a lot of different little things that when you put them on the table and remove them for non-relevance, I think it balances the whole thing out. And honestly, I don't think that I really don't think that he's, that it's as one-sided as a lot of people probably think. I won't say I like Josesito to win that fight, but I totally do not discount him in that fight. I think that he has a good shot in that fight. He won't stop Maidana, but I think he has enough toughness to take Maidana deep and force Maidana to get the win as opposed to walking into a win. Definitely.
Right. Well, in his last fight, we saw Maidana against Soto Cross, and that's what you just said. Soto Cross took him in deep waters, and then Maidana, he hung in there, and then he stopped him. I don't know, it was like the 8th round or something like that. So that's how I think Soto Cross was bigger than Josesito. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
One thing I will say, Maidana has it in him. But again, going back to my original point, I just haven't seen it out of him consistently enough for me to give him a consistent nod. Some guys, you throw the name out there, immediately I'm going to tell you, even though that fight's going to be tough, in the end, he's getting his hand raised. Maidana, I don't put on that level categorically just yet. I think that he does well, but it's always contingent upon something else. I don't think he's been as nearly as consistent as I would like to see, or as I once thought he would be. So maybe this is the fight where he changes that. That's why we watch it. It's possible, but we won't know until they get in there and make it happen.
Yeah, well, he's got a jab now, and he's showing a little bit of more boxing skills than before. He was just a brawler. That's all I really got.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Maidana is just. I think in all his fights, all the guys are running away from him. Like, what's it called? Mir Khan. Everybody runs away from Maidana. I don't know if Josesito, he doesn't really run away. He doesn't really box. So I don't know. That's why I see, a brutal knockout, like a brutal, just right hand knockout. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
Hey, well, here's soon enough. We should find out. But thank you for the call, my man. If you don't have anything else, I'm gonna let you run so we can run on to the next one. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. I love the show.
Hey, thank you. Take care.
Bye.
All right, good stuff right there from my man. We are going to go out to